I think I'm live. Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Friday or happy weekend to you, depending on where you're at in the world. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. Yeah, it's 12 days away. I'm so excited. Can't believe I've lasted this long. I'm going to be 58 years old. I know. But I am so glad to be able to say that. So, thank you for all of your wishes. Obviously, some of you saw my Crazy Zen's super sale, which I'll post something really quick here as we get into stuff. Um, so hello, good to see you too. um, wow, so we got a lot going on today. We had Pluto go out of its shadow period. So it was in its retrograde, it went direct, it was in its shadow, but now it's out of its shadow. But I believe it starts to go into its new shadow really quick. It's in, Pluto being the lord of the underworld and of our, you know, shadow and looking into things and transformation. It's in retrograde a lot anyway, but it's cool. And what else was today? Oh, we're starting to feel the energies of the um, eclipses, which are in March, because we can feel them anywhere 4 to 6 to even 8 weeks beforehand. And we've got one March 14th. So we could be feeling that already. And I believe that's the Virgo lunar eclipse, I believe. I think the March 29th, if I'm getting my days mixed up, I think, but maybe, but it's a Leo um solar eclipse, I believe. So we feel that energy's even starting now, especially you all, because you're sensitive to the energies, right? So hello. um Plus, tomorrow, we move into Imbolc. We'll talk about that briefly here in a moment. I've got some little candles and some stuff to talk about. And we'll even do a little collective card before we get started, just to kind of celebrate. We'll do more ritual tomorrow. It's like welcoming, it's the in the middle between winter and spring solstice. It's like, or summer and fall if you're in the southern hemisphere, but it's this kind of um, transformational celebration that it's still dark, but light is coming, and there's some little cute, not cute, it's nice little sayings we'll say as we start and light these candles together as a collective. So I like that. Um, so where should we start? Well, first of all, welcome all of my Zen friends. So good to see you all. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. I'm brudda-zen, and I'm here Friday nights, Saturday mornings, Saturday nights, and Sunday mornings, offering free readings. We'll talk about, well, free readings, how they work. We just go down the chat in order, first come, first serve. And all you have to do is put your question out there. And if you don't put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading, because Spirit knows all. And we will pull 1 to 2 cards for the free readings and see what comes through. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. It's how I afford my food. So I am so grateful for those. And so I do honor that, and I prioritize those. I step out of the free readings. I also dive deeper into those, meaning I pull more cards for those too. So if you want a deeper diver type of reading, you can make a donation of any amount. You can use the super chat in the bottom or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square, and you can use whichever one is convenient for you. And like I said, everyone's cost of living and income is different across cities, across countries, across the world. So I know whatever you give is from your heart, and it is, the perfect amount. So, and then after that, my YouTube channel members, you'll see their names in green with badges. We got Moonlight out there. Hey, Moonlight. Let's see. We got Johanna as well. And so their free readings get second priority over donation. It's part of your monthly YouTube membership. And if you're interested in that, there is a link down in the description box of the video. But my Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. And on Fridays and Saturdays, I don't often get through all free readings on those days. But I do make sure to complete my donations, and my YouTube channel members, it's part of their um, monthly membership. Sundays are different. I do come back on in the afternoon if I don't finish everyone in the first 2 hours, which I seldom do. But I come back on and I make sure everyone gets messages from Spirit there as well. Um, so if you're interested, also for the YouTube channel members, we meet during the week. So on Wednesday evenings, we have a couple hours together where we pull tarot cards, oracle cards, past life readings, talk astrology, whatever. And then that's both of my memberships together. Thursday nights is a special night for my YouTube channel members for my Praying Mantis level. Um, and we spend a couple hours together. And then Friday nights and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons, we also have about an hour or so together. So if you want all that, be sure to do that. Sorry, my nose is running. So hold on a second. You just it happens when you get older, or I'm just touched so deeply by all the birthday wishes. That's what it is. um, and then also, all of my YouTube channel members get advanced access to all the videos that I put out, which we have a fun one coming out tomorrow for the 2-2 Zen Gate High Priestess portal. So that will be available to everyone tomorrow, but my YouTube channel members get advanced access to those. So um, just know that. And let's see what we had the Aquarius new moon come out this week. Let me just throw that out here in case anyone wants extra messages from Spirit. Um, So I really like that one. Yeah, because it talks about the year of the snake. We're the year of the wood snake in Chinese zodiac. So happy Lunar New Year, everybody. Um, yeah, and will the winter shadow continue or for 6 more weeks? Here in the United States on Sunday, we have Groundhog Day, which I wonder if that has to do with this Imbolc that they have. It's actually a pagan celebration. But if the groundhog sees its shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. But we pull cards during that video to find out if spring's going to come early or if winter's staying for 6 more weeks. I won't spoil it for you if you want to find out. We also have each month a quest. And this month we had quest for the wind horse that's coming in here. Yeah, lucky you're so funny. The bird keeping you up, waking you up at 5 in the morning. We also have weekly Zen Bites, which are just short little videos that help us keep our Zen or return to our Zen. And then we also have when the sun changes signs. So happy birthday to all you Aquarius sun babies. There's a video for that. And we pull a card for each individual zodiac sign for Aquarius season to see how we're doing there. If you haven't checked out your solstice reading, it runs December 20th to March 20th. That is by element, like fire signs, water signs, etc. And then also the 2025 energy forecasts for each individual zodiac sign. All these things are free, so be sure to check those out. And if you didn't check out the last Zen Gate for January 1st, 1-1, it's the musicians, sheesh, the magician's portal. Or if you're a musician, that can be creative energy. Why not? But it talks about how to use the most of that energy that we have access to. So all that stuff is free. So I wanted to make sure of all that. And as I mentioned before, there's a little trailer that while you were waiting, um, I'm having the Crazy Zen's super sale for at least my birthday month. We'll see if I want to extend it. So I put all my pre-recorded videos, which is when I record, you send me your questions, I record a video on YouTube. It's a private link that only you can access via that link. And so 15-minute is $10, 30-minute is 15, 60-minute, an hour is 25. And then I have a hedge of peace and love, which is an energetic process where I create a bubble around you. It's really interesting. If you click on that link, you can find out more about what all those things are, and then also includes all my specialty readings that I do, like past life readings, relationship readings, life purpose readings, and birthday readings. There might be one more too, but they're all in there. And then, can you believe it is January 31st? Tomorrow's the first of the month, which means YouTube is going to give me 10 more Zen Cricket memberships to give away. And if you want to find out how to make sure to have your gifting option set to on, where YouTube will consider you for possibly one of those, all I do is click a button, and they in spirit are what grant the memberships. I'll give 5 away in the morning and 5 away in the evening session. So be sure to click on that and get that setting updated if you want to be in the running to be one of the 10 that win a Zen Cricket membership for a month. So yay, yay, yay. And then lastly, I know blah, 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 but there's so much fun stuff that I've been doing, and I want to make sure everyone knows all the free stuff, especially. Um, I've been having a drawing each week this month, and the final drawing for this particular drawing is February 3rd. And all you have to do is watch one of the 2025 energy forecast readings, or 12, one for each zodiac sign, and then follow the instructions somewhere in the video that tells you how to get into that. And I'll be drawing the final winner on Monday. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. I love doing those. So I might do more drawings. I used to do it quite often, and just life got so busy and crazy that I wasn't able to manage doing it all the time. So I might do more of them, do more often. All right. I think that's all the blah, blah, blah for those things. So we'll get into readings in just a moment, but let's get into this Imbolc energy. And so Imbolc, again, is the kind of the halfway towards spring and halfway into winter. So we're getting closer and closer to spring. And it is about, there's things that you can do. We have rose quartz and amethyst are stones that can help with that energy if you kind of focus on them over this weekend. Blue and white represent the energies of purity and renewal. So we've got a blue candle and a white candle, and we light those. And so I'm going to do that now to bring in that energy. And then I'm going to pull a collective card from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. This will be for all of us, and then I will get into readings, I promise. Okay, so let me get my little handy lighter out here. So we'll start with let's start with the blue candle. And then, so we'll light it here. And as we light this, we can say, there's a phrase they say, even though we're still in winter, there's new life stirring in the darkness. Just to see that. And we're going to have that candle burning in the background here for all these readings. And then we light the white candle. Okay. Yeah, you're going to, okay, it's going. And then with this one, we say, I call in the light and fire of the growing sun. Beautiful. Love the energy. So we'll put that here, and we'll just have those burning away back here. All right. And now let's see what Spirit wants all of us to know for this Imbolc celebration. I know some of you are on the other side of the world, so you are on February 1st already. So let's take a look here. What do they have for us? All right, here it is. And we've got, a bathing ritual. They're telling us we need to take a bath. Uh-oh, do we stink? What's going on? No, it says, with you, water spirit, I wash away what no longer serves me and drink in spells that call for healing. Wow. So, even if you don't um, bathe, if you shower, just allow that water when you're showering, just to let it flow over you. So, the key words are healing, washing away negativity or what does not belong, and preparing for success. Says receiving this card's a good omen that a new beginning is very close at hand. However, there's still a little healing to do before you can welcome a fresh phase. There are remnants of past experience that are still negatively influencing your choices and what you're calling into existence. You may not even be consciously aware of just how much emotional or spiritual weight you are still carrying. You may wish to consider reaching out to a professional if you feel called to, who can help you access those areas of your life that are in need of healing so you can safely process and move forward. Each time you confront the challenges of your past, you open up a little more space, which allows you to fill your life with more joy, abundance, and love. Pulling this card is a sign that now is not quite the right time to move forward with your plans, although you're not very far away from the light at the end of the tunnel. Skipping over this critical healing step could derail any future success you might have. Instead, invest in this act of self care, washing away what no longer serves the person you are becoming. And the wash away the old ritual says in a warm bath or shower, lather a washcloth with a generous amount of your favorite soap or body wash. Massage the cloth all over your skin while repeating, I wash away anything that is preventing me from experiencing whatever you're wishing to call into existence in my life. Rinse thoroughly and repeat this ritual daily. I like it. So beautiful, beautiful message for us all. All right. So thank you guys again for your patience and um, starting that ritual and that energy going. That's a little action going on back here. So let me just make sure this is right. Let me change this to live. There we go. All right, now we are set to go. I'm going to be using the Witches of the Forest Tarot Magic deck today. Beautiful deck. And so we will jump in. We have donations, so we will start there. And let me just take a look here at some timestamps here. Okay, so we've got Johanna up first, and then we'll have Melissa, and then Anita, and then Moonlight, and then we have Brenda. I did get your PayPal donation, and then back to Moonlight, and then to AF Gemini, and then triple for Lydia. So that's where we're at with donations right now. So we will get in here. All right. Hey, Debbie. Hello, hello. Yeah, we'll see if she's still awake. I'm not sure if Johanna is awake, but yeah, great. Well, I'll see you at 10 in our Praying Mantis. Well, 10 your time, 8 p.m. Mountain time for those of us in this part of the middle of the country. So look forward to talking with you. All right, so here we go. So, Johanna, thank you so much. Let's give that a love and a like here. In case you drift off to slumber, you want to know, how did your conversation affect M and your relationship? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know with this conversation with M. Okay. All right. Okay, well, they're being a little particular as per usual. We'll take a look here. So, the bottom of the deck here, we do have the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords does talk about, underneath everything, it did bring a lot of clarity. It did bring a lot of different perspectives of looking at things. So it did get their little noggin a moving and going on there. And that's the energy below the surface there. Let's see what else we have here. Wow. So we got the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. So there is a lot of um, reflection going on here. The Ace of Cups is about our self love and access to a higher love within ourselves. And the Two of Cups, every relationship, of course, that we're interacting with reflects back to us our own self love, right? And I feel like um, it's a different, of course, it's a different experience for every single one of us, but because you're more in tune with your self love, the reflection looks different to you than from their point of view because there's a lot of insecurity. There's a lot of, they haven't access. There's a lot of clogs in their pipeline of realizing their self love that they haven't, you know, rotor rooted and cleared out yet. And so this clarity that came in, I just feel like it's a little bit scary for him too, because it really triggered a lot of inner self-talk that let's see what these cards are here because I kind of feel like they go both ways with that here. Okay, yeah. So the devil card. So, this is Capricorn, Saturn, overthinker energy. So it definitely confirms what we were looking at here, where it challenges along of long held beliefs that they've had their entire lives. And so I just feel like there's this challenging energy that's going on about themselves and their worth, but also this desire to not be caged, to not be chained to that old fears too. So I feel like your conversation helped rattle some stuff inside of them to get them really, really thinking about who I really am and what I really want, not what I think I'm supposed to want, and all these voices in my head from growing up of opinion, right? Yeah. See, I love this. Spirit's they're just so smart. So I got the Three of Swords, which is the fear of heartbreak and disappointment. And the Knight of Swords is movement away from that. I like that they're riding away from it and not in a fleeing, trying to escape it, but in a action oriented. I don't want to feel this way or think this way anymore. I want to feel free. I want to be able to live and have that clear thought that comes through here. So when we're asking, how did that affect your relationship? Let's see, you've got some more cards here. But so this is all about what was going on inside of them, what's been sparked, the little all the cog wheels are starting to turn faster, steams and smokes coming out of their ears, right? Then you got these three cards that came out together. You do have the King of Wands. That's some powerful energy. The King of Wands is like the Emperor, where they're really wanting to make choices. And again, it's that king that's surrounded by all these advisors that they're like, I've had enough, because everyone has all their opinions and all these self-appointed advisors, and they're like, I'm the king, I'm the emperor, I'm going to make a decision. Everyone can clear the throne room. I'm going to decide, I'm going to make a plan, and then we're going to put action behind it. So there is this desire to clear out all this noise so that I can sit quietly and decide what I want, what I truly want, and then I'll put action behind it. Yeah, and the Nine of Pentacles is this hermity type of energy. So this is kind of them wanting to kind of have distance from everyone and everything, not just you, but everything, because they're really trying to figure themselves out. Yeah, and the nine. So two nines. Nine of Swords is trying to leave those fears behind. Um, and then the 10 comes next. 9 is the endings. 10 is the walking out the door and leaving things, that way. Let's see what else we have here. So, yeah, we do have the 10 of Pentacles, which the 10 of Pentacles is about relationship and abundance in the outside world, and the Page of Pentacles, too, is about new opportunities and enhanced opportunities in the outside world. So when we're asking, how is it going to um, impact or affect your relationship, it feels like it's going to take it to a different level, whatever that means. It feels positive because the page and the 10, that's like the 10 and the 11 of Pentacles, those are abundance cards. Um, and so I just feel like it is taking things to a different level between the two of you, but a positive different level between the two of you. So, what was that conversation about? I don't know. All right. So, that is what they have for you, my dear, my dear. So, absolutely. Yeah. Can you tell I'm feeling better? Yeah. I had my annual physical on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And, they wanted to give me a flu shot, and I go, "I don't know, I don't wanna I just don't wanna get sick from that." And I go, "Let me think about it." And he goes, "But you need your second booster shingle shot because last time I was there a couple months ago, they gave me the first shot. They have to have the booster, the second one." Well, had I known, you get an awful, awful headache, like a pounding. Ugh, it's almost like flu symptoms, and I'm like, "Great." Had I known that, I would just taken the flu shot too, or not taking that and going, "Let me get it on a Monday so I have time to recuperate," because I have a couple days where I don't have sessions during the day. So, I am so glad I'm feeling so much better, so thank you. Alright. So up next, we have Melissa Chavez. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. And thank you for that donation. Looking for a new job. When will you find one? All right, let's see what Spirit has for you. What can you tell us about when I can find a job here? Okay, we got those two. What else? Okay. So they really, really want that one, but they also want that one and then that one. Okay, but not those. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like here on the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords, which is about the power of mental choice and story, but it's also about decision making. And, the Libra energy of the balancing scales. There's this, how you can see how they have a blindfold on there. This is about closing your eyes and opening your heart because you have two pathways to go here. If we follow the old mind, which has all these lists of rules and supposed to be's and should be's, and this is the job you should go for, and it's the safe one, and it's the normal one, and it's the responsible one, blah, 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 right? The brain is all about logic and well, the other one is the heart, and the heart is like, ew, I don't want to go do that again. I don't want to do that stuff. I want to do a job that I love. And the heart goes, please, please, please follow your joy. Please follow your joy. So you have two paths, right? The mind goes, no, this, and the heart is like, do this, right? I feel like what energy draws to us faster is joy. So if you follow and you go outside of your norm, like if you're going on a job search engine and you're selecting to filter out jobs, don't filter. Just see what's out there. See where your joy takes you. And there might be something you're like, it's a little less money, but I would love to do that. I'm going to apply for it. Follow your heart because I feel like those jobs you'll get much faster than the jobs that the mind is saying, this is what you should do. This is what you have to do. Blah, 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 right? It feels like existing instead of living. And this is where your heart and your mind are battling inside you. But because we're focusing on the when, following your heart will get you there faster than following your mind. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else you have here. Yeah, letting the fears go. The Nine of Swords is nightmare and insomnia. uh, and this does tell us that, when we focus on our fears, we draw in that. If I fear I won't get a job, then I repel jobs out of my life. If I fear I'm going to get a job I hate, I draw that job right to me, right? So something you can do to help transform that story is to focus on gratitude. Think of all the jobs you've had and what you loved about every single one of them. Make a little gratitude list and then thank the creator and going, I want a job. And you don't, if we keep asking and wanting and needing, that also repels it away from us because our energy is focusing on wanting and needing or fearing. Those lower vibrational energies keep us from drawing in what we're wanting and needing because our energy is saying, I enjoy wanting, I enjoy needing. And so that means in order for me to keep my enjoyment, you can't bring me those things because then I'll stop wanting, I'll stop needing. So it's very interesting how that works. I know I did that in my corporate job. I tried so hard for promotions and raises and bonuses and blah, 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 and put in like 4 times the effort and got to meet expectations. And then I was like, "Pfft, well, whatever. Why am I investing all this energy? I'm just going to come in and do the job. I make good money enough. And, I enjoy working with people. I enjoy helping customers. I'm going to focus on the joy of it. Doing a fourth of the work, promotions, raises, bonuses, and that's the way the energy works. Gratitude brings us into this energy that allows us to receive. So instead of focusing on fear, focus on gratitude. You can change that energy and it's consistently changing it. We're taught to focus on all that lower vibrational stuff. So we have a habit of doing that. But if you change it, then that's going to change things. Yeah, you have the judgment card. Here is the your higher self calling you to a different place. It's the calling card, you know. You're called to do something different than you normally do. That's another nudge of following your heart, your high heart. Follow your joy and follow where it's leading you. Yeah, the chariot too. A lot of cancer energy, a lot of emotional energy. And it's about power of choice again coming in here. So, reiterating that every moment we get to choose the story, the emotion, the energy, our physical actions. And the more we focus on higher vibration, we draw in things that match it. Focus on the lower vibration, fear, want, need, hate. We draw that stuff towards us or repel things away from us, right? So, definitely this energy that's coming in here. Yeah, you got the Four of Pentacles. This is a card that represents home. It's also solid foundation in the outside world. So solid, um, like four walls. That's why it reminds me of home. So you do have following your heart. They're like you are going to have financial stability following your heart too. And it's amazing how that works when you're following your joy. Even if you start at a lower pay, you'll promote and get bonuses and go faster than if you do something at a higher and hate it and are just existing, you'll stay stagnant. So that's telling you that. There's also this energy of if you are able to work from home, maybe look at some sort of teleworking kind of thing that you can do that at home. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles energy. Sometimes it's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but in your case, with all that other energy, it's like when you see fruit growing and you're like, "Bah, it's not making me happy." And these are the jobs that you've had in the past where, you've done the logical thing, but it hasn't made you happy. And so you're desiring new fruit. And so following your heart, I feel like you can have a job in a week following your heart. Following your mind, it like 4 to 6 weeks because the energy of your heart is shifting and you're being called to do something different in your life. And so when that happens, doors stay closed so that we don't keep going down that because you're tired of doing what you've always done. You're ready for something different. So I feel like that's what spirit has for you right now, Melissa. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And hey, Faith and Love, shout out to other my YouTube channel members. All right. And then Anita Abdul, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. Greetings, greetings. I hope you're all is well with you as well. Current feelings, emotions of your person, any future actions. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so feelings, thoughts, well, feelings and emotions are all that. And then here's next actions. Well, they wanted that one. That one just is like an extra. They were like extra information. We'll see what that is here. All right. Wow. Yeah. So you've got a lot of, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. The Page of Swords is holding the Ace of Swords. All this is about receiving new clarity regarding your relationship coming in here. It's seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective, seeing through things. And we'll see what comes out here on what which is probably why you're wanting to know. Something's going on. I want to know what is happening here, right? So let's look at the current feelings and emotions. Okay. Yeah, we do have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups coming out right next to one another here. And it is movement of emotion, it's heightened emotion that's coming in here. Let me see what this is here. Yeah. I can see with the Two of Swords, with their thoughts, and I had said their thoughts too, which is funny because I said their emotions and their thoughts. Then I go, "Oh no, you said emotions, like feelings and emotions." But I do feel here with the Two of Swords, they're kind of going back and forth in their brain, that Libra energy of, well, on this, yeah, yeah, but on this end, da da da, ba da da, ba da da, ba da da, ba da da. And I feel like their heart is moving with this Knight of Cups. And the Page of Cups is, you know, it's all about, the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups both hold the the Ace of Cups, the Page and the Ace. Um and it's about this journey that we're all on is the quest for the chalice, the Holy Grail, which is our self love, because all of our external relationships are reflective of our own self love. We can't give more love than we have for ourselves, nor receive more love from others than we have for ourselves. And when we look for our self-worth and self-love in the outside world, it doesn't match. It's like trying to put water in a gasoline tank. It's not gonna work. It's not what it needs to run. It needs fuel, not, water from the outside world, right? I never heard that one before. That's pretty cool. Um, so I just feel like they're kind of in this trying to decide what is gonna make me feel fulfilled in my life because I feel like nothing, they're reaching a point where nothing feels like it's fulfilling them. And it's not personal. That's what happens to all of us when we try to fill our inner heart with an outer substance. It just doesn't match. It doesn't fill us up. It just, it's like it steams away and we feel empty still. It's like I could have swore I put something in there. It's like, no. And so I kind of feel like they're in this going back and forth about what they're wanting in life kind of energy. Let's see what their future actions are here. Yeah, we've got the 7 and the 9 of Wands. So I do see here the 9 of Wands is like a barrier that they've been trying to get through, right? And the 7 of Wands is like someone standing on a hill that's um, doesn't want to ask permission to shine, doesn't want to have to dim their light for anyone. They just want to be themselves. And I feel like there's this barrier that keeps them from moving forward because they feel like they're going to lose themselves if they make any kind of deep commitment kind of energy, if that makes sense. And so this is what has them going back and forth because they have all this thoughts and beliefs about what a relationship is supposed to be and should be and need to be. And for them, it's this idea of a cage. And that's interesting with this fire energy. We got Leo. We got it's one. So we got Leo energy, which doesn't want to be a caged lion, and fire sign energy, which is they don't want to be contained. They want this kind of freedom energy, and it's not like because they want to, be with a bunch of different people. It's just the thought of it's like they have What's it called when you don't like small spaces? Claustrophobia, like you're claustrophobic, right? They're like, I don't, I can't, no, you know. So that's interesting. Let's see what these other cards were here. Yeah, see the Ace of Cups. It is their journey of self love, and there's nothing that you can do to help them with that. All you can do is focus on your own self love, right? Because they can't give you what you're wanting either. You fill up on the inside, you become this overflowing chalice, see spirit filling us up, and then it overflows out to the world. Then what they give is above and beyond extra instead of falling short and not being fulfilling, right? So all of this is this journey towards the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, which is about looking at our worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. It is the slowest moving knight out of them all, so I feel like next actions are slow coming here with that. But it's all because when things slow down like this for us in our life, I know it sucks for our human, uh, because our where we our higher self really who we really are. We don't experience time. I want to know what it's like over there. I'm there. I want to know something. I know it. We don't wait. There's no waiting. We're, so powerful. Humanity is one of the few experiences we have where it takes us time to get places. The journeying is what draws us here. The thing that irritates us the most is the thing that draws us here, right? Or one of the things that irritates us the most. But the slowness happens for us anyway, because when we're focusing on lower vibrational things, we draw them in, right? And so it slows down so that we stop drawing in that stuff as we work on our self love, as we work on raising our vibration, raising our self worth, raising our and our love energy. And then that starts to speed things up. The higher our energy goes, higher vibration vibrates faster. It speeds things up. It draws things that match that energy sooner, though, rather than doing what we always did and getting what we've always gotten there. So there is this energy of slowness happening for us. And though I know it's irritating, just know it's for you, allows you to look at yourself and go, okay, what their feelings are and their emotions and what their future actions are and all that. I can't do anything. I can't do a whole lot about that. All I can do is come back here and work on what are my thoughts and beliefs that don't serve me anymore, my emotions that don't serve me, my energy that doesn't serve me, things in my physical world that don't serve me. And releasing those things helps you. Transforming those things helps you raise your low vibration as you find that self love inside. So I feel like they're on their journey and they're in the midst of it, kind of, tick tock going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And if you keep watching them do that, you're going to get dizzy, right? Or get hypnotized. So close your eyes and return back to you and go, okay, what am I feeling? What are my future actions towards me? What are my feelings and emotion towards me? What are my future actions toward me? And I feel like that will help. But that's what they have for you, Anita. So hopefully that helps a little bit there. So hang in there. Much love to you, and thank you again for your donation. All right. And then Moonlight, thank you for your first donation. The new, I like the little new sticker there. And thank you for your donation. So we'll have your first one, then we're jumping to Brenda, and then back to you. Just let everyone know where we're at here real quick. Then after that, we got AF Gemini, and then 3 from Lydia, and then Miss K. We'll jump down to you. All right. So, Moonlight, your first question: how did R take the honest conversation K and I you had about him with him present? Oh, well. Did you look at him while you were saying it? Or was he hiding behind a bush? All right, let's take a look here. So, how did R take I did want that one. How did you take the honest conversation? It's interesting. What we perceived as an honest conversation, right? Because of course, our our perception is our own, right? We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So when we say we had an honest conversation, we were just telling what we thought was our truth. It doesn't mean it's the truth, but it's our truth. It's a truth. Everyone has their own perception, and we could totally be seeing it differently than someone else, and we can both be off base. Of course, we always know we're right. But anyway, let's take a look here. So we do have the Three of Cups here. And the Three of Cups is like a third party situation. So, there's three people involved here, which obviously there were here. And it's normally a joyful card, or it's a um like a third party situation where, or a love triangle, um kind of situation, where there's a third person, and sometimes known and sometimes not known. So that's kind of energy that's coming in here. It feels like, you know, I feel like they were a little bit taken aback by it. It just feels like it kind of an interesting energy there. But let's take a look here. Yeah, right. I can see here. Let's see. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is this codependent energy where um some people are the givers and some people are the takers. And I feel like in this scenario, they kind of felt like they were put in the energy of being a taker and not a giver. Okay. And I'm like, and they're like, go on, there's more cards. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. And that does come from the Five of Pentacles. They did have this, fear of abandonment, being left behind, being left on the cold, not being enough, and lack growing up. And the Page of Pentacles is this, you know, energy of trying to look at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And so a lot of this definitely has to be with, connection to their childhood. More specifically, 7 years old and younger, when these emotional, out of balance belief systems were there. But in a lot of cases, some people will like tend to be overgivers. But it's interesting that with them, they were, um, they tried so hard to get attention, but it was never good enough, that they instead felt they could never give enough, so why try? Wow. Yeah. I'm not enough. I can never give enough, so why? I'm tired of getting the loser ribbon, you know. Interesting. Let's see what these other three are. So a lot of this kind of brought up these old feelings that are buried down inside, right? You guys were these mirrors reflecting back to him what he needs to see about himself. And and of course, like you said, how did you say it? He did not look too proud, and he thought we were a little hard on him. Well, people were much harder on him growing up, and that's why he felt that you guys were being hard on him, because he was re-feeling and the echo of those feelings from when he was younger. Wow. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. He just really wishes he could be true to his authentic self. All these pentacles, all this worth that's coming in here. Yeah. Four of Swords. It's a peace of mind and the Queen of Swords, which is, about balance between the head and the heart. That's coming in here. And I feel like, you know, and we all know how this is. We have even been this way probably in some ways, but we all probably have known people, especially at work or in school or something, where someone would never want to admit they made a mistake, right? Even when they're busted, and they wouldn't want to do this. And this energy that I'm feeling here is an all or nothing kind of energy where I'm either a success or a failure. There's no gray. And in order for them to go, all right, yeah, you guys are right. Let me look at that. I'm gonna do some self-reflection. That would mean that's from a emotionally mature person that's evolved to realizing the world is a sea of gray, not black and white, right? But when you live in a black and white world, I know I used to live in a black and white world. I was either perfect, or if I made one mistake, I was a failure and I'd beat myself up. And they can't beat themselves up anymore because they were so beat up when they were younger that they will um, deny. And that's how they can have this peace of mind, because they're like, well, I'm going to be me and you guys don't know me. Psh, they just deny it, right? It's just like this that happens there, right? Oh, struggling to get attention when he was a child. Yeah, 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 and there's nothing to fix, right? If we can accept people with unconditional love and just go, you know what, you are beautiful just as you are, and I love you, you know, because, excuse me, get me all choked up. No, it's not. But there's this, when we think we need to fix something or someone, it's these thoughts and beliefs that need to be fixed about what we think is wrong out here. Because there's no right or wrong, there's just different choices, different experiences, right? And no matter what they do, it's like when we feel like my world is impacted by other people's actions or non-actions, words or silence, then I try to fix everyone to make them do what I think they should do to make me feel better. Right? And it's like, oops. When I point and go, you're not acting right. I'm like, oh, three fingers pointing back at me. How am I not acting right in my own mind? My judging thoughts, my thoughts about someone's not being who I think they should be. We're trying to dictate other people's lives and their journey. We don't know. We don't know what that is, right? I used to be God's little deputy. I'd go around making sure everyone was doing everything they were supposed to do. I wasn't very liked sometimes. And then I realized, wow, what a little dictator um I was trying to be. And then I realized, who am I to know everyone's life and journey? Am I perfect? No, I'm coming back to me and looking at what lower vibration I have in my life. And I'm going to focus in on that. Once I fix everything in here and have it at a high vibration, then I won't care what other people are doing anymore. I used to think, well, then I'll go help everyone. It's like, no, when you are raising your own vibration, you realize you can just love people for who they are and what they're doing. We don't have to try to fix them, you know. Um, we can't change people. We can't change people's thinking and actions, right? Because when's the last time someone's tried to change our thoughts, right? Our beliefs. But how we change the world is changing hearts first. And we change hearts by giving unconditional love. And then people change from the inside out. There's this village in Africa that I read about where when someone breaks a tribal law or rule, they bring him to the center of town, and I thought, "Oh god, they stone him to death," but no, they love on him, and they tell them everything they love about him because they know, and this is so smart, I mean, so wise, that they know that people act out when they are in fear, and that when they feeling low and not and don't feel and feel like they're worthless. And they if they built them all up, then the person remembers who they are and doesn't do those things anymore. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, he could. He doesn't have to, right? There's no have to, supposed to, should, need to, must. He gets to have whatever experience he wants, and that's okay, you know. Um, but that's, when we're trying to fix, it is trying to repair it. It is what we're doing, right? We're trying to help them be a better person, um, because we care. We think that if they were being who I think they should be, they'd have a better life, but we don't know that, right? Yeah, exactly right. Doesn't work too well. So, I feel like the only thing that we can really do instead of like, um pointing out what isn't going well in their life or that they need to change or whatever, we start having gratitude and thanking them for who they are. I love this about you. I love this about you. I love this about you. And then that's higher vibration. When we're focusing on lower things, right? It just adds to it all, right? So, when we're talking about an honest conversation about someone in front of them, it's degrading. It's not encouraging, right? It's not loving. Um, but having a honest conversation about what we love about them in front of them, boom, right? That's uplifting as long as it's sincere and real and not made up, blowing smoke up their butt. Because we all we all see that, we see through that like that. But when it's true and honest and specific, and they're like, "Really? You really think that about me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, don't you? You do this and you do this," and you give examples of how they do something, and they're like, you help them believe in themselves because you're believing in them instead of believing the opposite, right? So, anyway, that's what spirit has for now. I know we went deep. Whoa. So many, many blessings to you. And we'll circle back around for your other one there too. Yeah. So, yeah, if you tell them that you love them, but did you tell them specifics? Did you get into as many specifics about how amazing they are and the things you love about them? Or, and you know how it works, if you tell someone 99 positive things and you tell them, especially when they're a black and white world, when they're like you know, um, one critical thing, that's what they're going to focus on, and that zeroes out everything else, right? That's why, it's like, what was it? My host, we were driving somewhere today, and someone cut out, and she goes, "No, no, no, we don't judge, we observe." And I'm like, "Oh, I like that." So, all right, very good. All right. So, and then we'll circle back around for your second question here after I believe we go to Brenda. Brenda, and she just popped in. Hey, Brenda. Good to see you. Let me just make sure I am where I need to be here. Yes. Okay. All right. So you just came for your piece of cake. Yeah, you did it via PayPal. I'm doing well. How are you doing, fellow Aquarian? I don't have birthday cake tonight. It's just my birthday is 12 days away. Maybe I will have a little birthday cake with candles because it'll be, well, let's see, that's I think that's a Wednesday, so I'll be with my YouTube channel members. I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be live like on here, but we'll just celebrate." I celebrate the entire month anyway, or the entire year too, right? It said, "Someone told you Billy had a breakup and the girl had a baby in her belly." What? Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, good. Yeah, I think that's good. Based on our cone of our these past readings we had, I think that's what they were saying. Yeah. You just never know. Let's take a look here. So, you wanted a general in love between the billy goat and you. Thoughts, feelings, actions. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Towards the relationship. All right. So, the bottom of the deck, you got the Ace of Wands and the Full card, both new beginning energy that comes in here, right? Full card is the first card in the major arcana. It's the ending of an old cycle, the beginning of something new, the Ace of Wands. So I feel like the underlying energy is about uh, an ending and a new beginning, but I feel like this is without them in your life. Because I feel like that's what we kind of got last time is, they go back and forth, and you're just like, yeah, that energy just doesn't align with you. And if this stuff is true, then you know we understand why. But let's see what else we have here. So their feelings is the first thing, right? Yeah. Nope. Thoughts. So thoughts. Well, it makes sense that we got thoughts here too, because we've got this two of swords is about going back and forth between things, and the king of cups is balancing the head and heart, but that is this. It's so much the energy that we've been getting with him before, right? Um, with this kind of double-mindedness, going back and forth between head and heart and head and heart and head and heart. And when they would get into their heart for a little bit, it's like, oh wow, look, and then they'd go off into their Capricorn overthinking brain, and then things would change, right? So I feel like their thoughts are just that feeling of wishy-washiness that you had before. Like, we never really called it that, but it kind of is that, where it's uncertainty and it's inconsistency and it's, you know, constant changing. They're showing me it's like when you're driving toward a green light and you're going, "Is it gonna turn yellow? Is it gonna turn yellow?" It's like, "Whoop, there it went." You just never know. You're like, "I'd like a consistent green light, please, not a caution light and a red light. I would like a green light," right? So, interesting. So, and then looking at um, well, that was the general reading here. This one here is their thoughts. Now that I'm looking at how the cards broke down here, which makes sense anyway. But the King of Pentacles is what comes up in their thoughts. It's all about security for them. And that makes Capricorn is an earth sign, King of Pentacles, ruler of all the earth signs. So there is this energy that's like, about my security, about my wholeness, about my ability to make sure I have enough kind of energy that comes in, right? So they're kind of focused on finding stability throughout their outside world with their thoughts, their feelings. Let's take a look here. Yeah, they got the Eight of Pentacles, which is about creating things in the outside world, and the Six of Cups here too. Six of Cups, that's funny with children. Had I not known that he might have left someone with child, I would have said, and this energy would be the same too, is that they want to make sure that they could be able to care for children, in your case, right? Um, and it's like, but it's about creating a safe and place, creating abundance that they have enough for them and for others. We got both the Scorpio sun and the Virgo sun coming in here with this energy in the cards, which is very, they're both sun cards, which is all about self, right? And so, yeah, because I feel like a part of like it's a package deal, right? At least from their point of view, that they wouldn't just be getting in a relationship with you, they'd be getting a relationship with you and any children that you have or you guys would have, and all that comes in, right? Well, all of this is his, I need to make sure I have enough for me, and I'm not sure I would have enough to care for a child in a relationship kind of situation. And this is what it's coming down to with them, with a lot of their thoughts, with all of everything in their life. It always comes down to the self. They have this long list, this cage they have themselves in with that Capricorn energy of long held beliefs of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's. And there's all these things that have to happen, right? We talked about all that before, where they're just like, they got all their rules. And when they forget about their rules for a minute and get out of their head and into their heart, that's when you guys would have great connection, right? But when he'd go, "Pfft," then that's when all blew up, right? All the time there. So, um, those are those things. Next, actions towards you. Yeah, fears again, Nine of Swords. I just feel like it always reverts back to them with all those fears and all those small T truth beliefs that keep them from that. And I feel like that's why they stop responding, right? Till they get brave enough or lonely enough, and then they're like, their loneliness outweighs their fears for a moment, and then they reach out, right? And it's like, "Oh, okay." So I like what you said about he hasn't responded to your messages, so you stop texting him. And I feel like that's a good, that Ace of Wands and that full card is psh, new beginning. Let that old go and just know that you learned a lot about yourself through their interactions with them. They were a great mirror showing you what you wanted to see about yourself. But yep, this done deal. It is a done deal. Um, at least that's when you're asking spirits um, advice on this. This is what the energy's coming through, the underlying energy. They're like, that was what you needed to learn. You reached that cycle you learned. Now it's time to learn something new with someone new. And I like that for you. Yeah. I think we talked about a fire sign, didn't we? Because I almost feel like a fire sign would be compatible with your air energy because they're more free flowing and free going, like a Aquarian energy. So I'm a Capricorn rising. So you take my Aquarius sun, my Capricorn rising, my Pisces moon and stellium in Pisces, and I have a grand trine and a kite in all water, and it's a mess. But but I feel like that's what they want. They're recommending for you right now is just to kind of you know go with the flow of where your heart is taking you in a different direction. So, all right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. I like it. Now you can go bye bye. Or what is it? All right. So sorry. So thank you again, Brenda, for your donation via Z PayPal. Good to see you. Happy birthday month. All right. So we'll continue here. So moonlight, we're moving to, let me just take a quick sip here. Got a nice little warm fire going over here. So moonlight, thank you for your second donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And then anything exciting this weekend. All right. Let's take a look here for moonlight. Okay. Something's happening here, it seems. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Okay. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck here, you have the Seven of Swords coming in, which is about awareness of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that may have cheated us out of opportunities, cheated us maybe out of excitement, that comes in here. And I'm sorry, another one for the collection. That's funny, Brenda. But it is this energy of, yeah, I feel like this weekend is about letting go of some of our rules, some of our mm, I feel like some of our past experiences and give some things another try. Like, let's say, and by no means is this spirit, this is, I mean, the actual thing, they're just giving an example because they use the examples in my head. Like bowling, like you go bowling, ugh, it's boring, it sucks. You wear these shoes that everybody has worn, and you're just like, "Ugh," and my thumb hurt the day after because it's in that hole, and you're not used to using your thumb muscle on a ball, and you're all black, and your clothes got all black from the grease, and you're like, no, bowling again? Hell no, But then it's been a decade, let's say, and now they're like, some friends go, "Hey, let's go bowling," and you're like, instead of going, "Oh no, you guys go ahead, I'm gonna do something else," instead you're going like, "Yeah, why not? Let's give it a try." This weekend. I feel like try something that maybe you didn't enjoy before and give it another chance. I like it for you because you do have the Seven of Swords on the bottom. You have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. And I like this. Sometimes the fruit on the fruit tree, but this is about shining bright, not dimming your light, not allowing anything. 777. It's a very spiritual number. And I just feel like it is inviting you to go do that, to do something. You got the 10 of swords too, which is letting expectations go, letting all those small t truths and beliefs go. You had a really bad time after, but you don't have to bowl either. You can just go cheer and have some nachos and clap and cheer for him. Or use both hands and bowl, don't use your arm, like swing it, walk up like a granny and go, but you can have fun. You don't have to go bowling. But the 10 of swords is about letting those old expectations go. And you even have the 3 of cups, joy, 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 and community, your tribe, and going out and having fun with the tribe, and it doesn't matter, it's like that whole saying, it doesn't matter what you do, it's who you're with, right? And I like this. It's like, you know what? Yeah, call some friends up going, "Hey, let's go do something fun. What's your guys' idea?" Or if you have an idea of something that you tried before, doesn't have to be bowling, and you're like, "Yeah, let me go switch things up a little bit." And I hated that, but let's go give it another try, like putt-putt golf or a video game arcade or whatever, and just go into it with joy and see what happens, right? Yeah, yeah. the little bumper, the bumper, whatever they put the bumpers on there, where it doesn't go, it can't go in the gutter, right? That's funny. Yeah, have fun. Say, hey, I'm, but it's all about joy and laughter and fun. So it can be exciting, but I feel like let's go do something that we hated before, but let's change it all around and let's just go with the determination that no matter what, we're going to have fun and see what it does. I like that for you. So basically, spirit is create your own excitement. There's excitement everywhere. There's opportunities for excitement everywhere. So I love that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Moonlight. Yay! Yeehaw! All right. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your dual donations. And then AF Gemini, you are up next. All right. Let's give that a love and a like here. You say, you're the man to see about this. Uh-oh, spill all the tea. The question below. What row? All right. So all week, you've been having vivid dreams about SD, so much so that you've been waking up around 4:30 a.m., feeling his energy so intensely. You feel he's right in the room. His energy also is felt on and off throughout the day. A reading on this Sagittarius. What's going on with him and why such intense energy from him? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, AF Gemini, let's take a look here. What's going on with this Sagittarius here? All right. Why all this intense energy in the maybe you're dreaming too. Maybe you guys are partying up in the ethereal. All right. Hmm. Well, I do feel like you're dreaming about him. It's normally the nightmare and insomnia card, but it's because I was talking about dreaming. I don't think it's a nightmare, but you have this dreaming. So I feel like there are things connecting you guys. We'll see what else we have here. But the underlying energy does have a lot to do with the dream world. So interesting. It's been nuts, huh? All right. So the first three cards that came out together here. Wow. Okay. Well, you got transformation with the death and rebirth here. Got the Page of Cups here, which is about heightened emotion. And then the Hierophant, also number 5, the Master of Change here, but it's also, our higher self calling us to see things from a higher perspective. This is interesting energy here. Because on one side, it's like the Hierophant, there's two pillars. On one side with the pillars here, I feel like there's something that your spirit guides are working on with you in your dreams around them, around fears, around expectations, around thoughts and beliefs and experiences. And they're wanting to um, transform those with that death card. And so there is this clarity, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups is also like our higher self, right? So there is this energy of um, knowing that the outside world is always reflecting and showing us about ourselves here too, right? And so I feel like that's like one side of it. There's a pillar here, but there is a whole other side of it because this does feel much more than just you working on your self-love and you processing things. This feels like energy that's reaching out to one another kind of energy, right? It feels so much more. It's like half of it is anchored inside of you, something that you're experiencing and processing. But then there's that whole other arm that's like, what are you doing here? That's the way it feels anyway. So let's see here. So that was so that's one side, and then the other side you have three more cards. So this will maybe tell us what this other side is about here. Yeah. Look, Sagittarius energy, 10 of wands. Very, very intense energy. Duh, right? And then we have, I love it, 8 of wands, more Sagittarius energy that's coming in on here. What's the third one? Nope. Yeah, and here's the rest. So here, both of you, here's both of you resting. And I feel like you guys, so when I was kind of half joking about maybe you guys are meeting on the ethereal plane, I do feel like you're like your higher selves, your spirits are meeting on the ethereal plane, like astral travel. Like you guys are meeting up there, and there's this beautiful bonding of higher energy, higher love energy up there. And when you come back, you just aren't able to shake it off. And it's like you don't fully, it's like you guys were in submarines and you didn't go through the decompression chambers. You just came back and woke up and you're like, here I am back in this lower vibration. And it just feels like there's this strong bond that's here. Interesting. Let's see what this other one is here too. Yeah. We have the Four of Pentacles. This is the feeling of home, being at home. So this is like outside of your human experience. I feel like I want to pull more cards here because it feels like a lot of past life connections too. And so there's all this energy. And I feel like that's the energy that's bubbling up inside of you. That's the one side of the pillar. And then there's the current lifetime where you guys are energetically connecting on the ethereal plane. Wow. What is all this about? Let's see what else that we can find out about this. This is intriguing. Yeah. Yeah. So you have the Knight of Cups, which is the knight who's on a quest for the Holy Grail for higher love, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Wands, too, which is it is stable energy, but it's also the marriage card, the celebration card, the gathering card. And there's this movement of heart. Again, don't feel like this is in the physical world. This feels so energetic, like you guys party. You party in the ethereal plane together. You're like, I can't wait to go to sleep. Yeah, exactly, right? Energy in the gut that's there. So let's take a look here. Oops. Don't be bending cards. Come on. Yeah. So the Three of Pentacles, this is about community, is the energy I'm getting from it. Tell me more about that. And the Five of Pentacles, transformation of belief, but Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Okay. Yeah. So, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is the fullness of life. It's the relationship energy. And the Queen of Wands, which is about that empathic abilities, the connection to the spirit world, because the Queen of Wands, um, all the queens get a second portion of cups. So she not only has spiritual energy with the wands, fire energy, but she also has the black cat, which is the cups, which is intuition and empathic abilities too. So you're picking up on a lot of this energy in your human form more than he is. Is he going to take action towards you? Let's just take a look here. Well, eventually, we have the Six of Wands, which is action and movement, and Jupiter up there in the corner, which rules over Sagittarius. and and that's Leo energy that's coming in here. So there is mutual attraction, and it is a movement type of energy. And the Knight of Wands, yeah. So I feel like they will take action towards you, but I feel like it feels like there's a delay, but then it suddenly comes out of nowhere. Yeah, because we do have the Nine of Pentacles, which is hermity type of energy that comes in here, right? So, so I feel like they're kind of in this. Yeah, I even got Temperance, the Patience card on the bottom. Um, but they're not feeling it in as intensely in their human body because of your connections that you have with your spiritual abilities and your um, I just feel like there's some astrological, um, let's say alignment. Could be all these planets in alignment too, but I feel like there's something that's going on. You might have like, does he feel like energy too, just intense as me? Yeah, and I feel like he feels something, but I just don't feel like they pay a lot of attention to their emotions. I feel like they're very, even though they're Sagittarius, I feel like maybe I don't know if their moon is an air moon, or I just feel like they're in their mind, like they just pay attention to this outside world and their thinking, and the emotions kind of are this, you know, um, kind of cut off kind of energy, like they're um, controlled. Their brain doesn't allow them to leap forward because I kind of feel like they've done that a lot. Um, but so I feel like something that can help you because they're telling me grounding, how, whatever you use to ground yourself, right? It's like to anchor yourself because I feel like um, your bubble, your regular energy bubble is, it was good for the energy you had before, but I feel like your ability to sense things has like been turned up even more. And so to reinforce and ground your bubble so that you're not taking on all this energy that's not yours in a way too. But I don't feel like they are. And um based on current energy, when will he take action? I feel like with all this temperance and all this stuff and this hermity kind of energy, I mean, it feels like April, May, June, you know, kind of time frame because I feel like they're just trying to figure things out. Um, but they're not being overwhelmed with the energy because, like you said, they're up here, they're not in their heart and they're not in that, kind of um, energetic perspective as you are. But also, I feel like it's like the plant there, like, you have some astrology this year that is, well, we all have this astrology this year that's turning us really inward and expanding things, but I feel like you have just, like, you're starting to feel other people's emotions, and you'll start knowing things even more about people and things, and I think this person's gonna call and ring, ring, ring. I just feel like your energy is just, like, really expanded, and that's why, you know, you sought him out in the ethereal plane and you're like, "Hey," you know? So you're connecting with their higher self, but their human is kind of still a little oblivious to that. They feel the attraction, they feel the leftovers, but they don't feel it this much compared to how you feel it. So, but I do feel like you're experiencing a lot of the past life energies too, because that's expanding this year. Like last year, it expanded where we got like 1% more access to our subconscious world, which is a lot. This year, it's like 10%. So it's a huge year of people really waking up to a lot of things, but those who already were, so a lot of you are experiencing it even more, and you will. This is only the first month. We have 11 more to go. All right. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, of Gemini, on what it is and why you're feeling those connections. But your energy is so powerful that you can pick up on a lot of things that they're going through. But like I said, they're not so in tune with that yet. So ground yourself, put up your bubble, allow yourself to come back and focus on more you, um, because that just helps you raise your love vibration and helps strengthen your forest fields too. You're very welcome. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate it. All right. And then up next, we've got Lydia times three. So thank you, Lydia, for your multiple donations. So the first one up here, let's give that a love and a like. What is coming up for you in your work and career? Let's take a look here. Okay, work and career. And I do want this one too. Okay. All right. Yeah, it looks like here with the Seven of Cups, you do have a lot of emotional choices, a lot of different directions that you can go here. And it's an interesting energy because, and I'm getting a lot of these readings around careers this year, which with all this Pisces North Node energy that we'll be in for like 18 months, it is a journey of trying to find our true self. And we could have been in a job for decades and suddenly we're like, meh, it's not me anymore because it's we're really getting in tune with who you are. And that's what the 7 of cups is kind of the energy that's coming up is that you're I feel like you're realizing, you know, the stuff I've done before just doesn't fulfill me anymore. I want to follow my joy and follow your joy. That will help you kind of locate what kind of um career, what kind of jobs, what kind of activities make you heart sing, makes it want to dance, and you're like, yeah, this is what I want to do, right? And if there's something that you want to do that there's not a job for it yet, you can even create something, join it with something else that it can. There's no limit with the 7 of cups. There's like seven different things that you can do. There's no right or wrong way, but it's like, what do you want to do? What is where does your heart want to lead you right now? Not you don't have to figure it out for the rest of your life, right? Just right now, where does it want to take you, right? Yeah, 10 of swords. Let the expectations go. Here's the I'm tired, sick and tired of pleasing people. What about what I want? And this is that energy that we were talking about. So it's, a lot of times we get into careers and jobs and get job experience around things because, well, it'll pay the bills. I need the insurance. I need this. Need to put food on the table. Blah blah blah. Well, I'll do this, and then 10 years later, we're still in it because we didn't want to risk, the security and the comfort and what we know for the unknown out there, right? And so we stay stuck and our brain has our heart in a little cage and the heart is like, I want to go play, I want to express myself, but the brain's like, no, 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 we got responsibility. And this is a change of attitude, a change of direction for you. Yeah. You got the Queen of Wands versus the King of Swords. King of Swords, they roll over the thoughts and beliefs and the mind, but all the kings get a second portion also of swords, which makes them the master thinker. It's like in this case, it's like the overthinker versus the Queen of Wands, who's passionate and excited about expressing what they want in life and let's go for it. The king is no, 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 no. And so this is that energy that's coming in. It's like a battle that goes on between our head and our heart when we're wanting to do something that's exciting in our heart with love. And, it's like a child who wants to become an astronaut when they grow up in the adult, going, well, you need to think of something more reasonable. Pop the balloon, right? But this is about not letting the mind control, at least letting your heart have a seat at the table so that you can follow that. And the mind will get on board. The heart eventually wins because the mind ends up making us feel like we're existing instead of living, where the heart allows us to feel like we're living life. Yeah, and you have the Five of Swords. Here's the battle between the head and the heart I was just talking about. And then you have, yeah, the Judgment card. Here's your higher self. This is like receiving the calling. Your higher self is calling you to a different place, something different than you have tried for before. And even on the bottom of the deck, yeah, you have the Empress and the Fool card and the Ace of Swords. Um, which the Empress is all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, following your heart. You've got the Full card, which is the ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. The Ace of Swords is clarity, but also new beginnings, new stories, new beliefs, new values, seeing things from that higher heart perspective instead of from the human mind perspective. So, I feel like it's time for a change. And if you're having trouble moving up in a company or getting a job, it's like, because those are the jobs the mind has wanted you to pursue in the past. And now it's time to allow your heart to sit at the table and maybe give them 51% decision making, 49% to the brain. Allow yourself to, go in those directions. So I like that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you regarding you and your work and career. I feel like there's alterations that are happening to give you the opportunities so that you can go live instead of feel like you're existing. So, all right. Right. So that's for the first one. So thank you for that. And thank you for your additional donation. We'll give that a love and a like too. You want to know how is February going to go for you? Anything major? All right, let's see here. Anything Spirit wants you to know about February. Major for February. Okay. Like these two are on the bottom. Okay. All right. Well, I like excuse me. The underlying energy is the Eight of Pentacles, which is about having put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the work. The reward is coming. You're going to start to see fruition of all that you've been working on. So if you've been working on like job or a relationship or on yourself or whatever, you're going to start to see the impacts. The fruits of your labor are really coming, um, and you're starting to see the wheels turn, which is bringing stuff towards you. It's like the conveyor belt's turning on, and it's like if you ever go to the airport and we wait for our luggage and the conveyor belt turns on. We're like, oh, this is a good sign. The luggage is coming, right? When you're standing there and it's not on, you're like, the luggage isn't coming yet because, you know, it's not moving. But now the conveyor belt is starting to run in August and you're just waiting for that to come through the little hanging, dangly black, whatever stuff that here comes all the luggage. And you're like, here comes the reward, the fruit of your labor. So I like that. Also, because you got three cards and then two cards on the bottom, these two cards on the bottom are like a foundation, kind of like in a way this Eight of Pentacles is. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles, independence. And this is also a great card of abundance that comes in. So reinforced, bottom of the deck, there is this reinforcement of what I just said here. And you have the Knight of Swords too. And the Knight of Swords is you gain a lot of clarity around things in your life uh, in the month of February. There is this kind of aha kind of energy that I'm getting with this Knight of Swords for you here. And it is funny, it's Aries and Aquarius energy. I never knew that before about the Knight of Swords. This is a newer deck, and I'm like, I love that they have all the planets and things on it. But that's putting fire behind your thoughts, right? And when you add fire and air together, um, the air fans the fire, fans the flames. So I feel like these are those ting, these ideas that really ignite you on changing your perception of things, like career, like we just had. But it could be like, I want to live in, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go live in Bali, I don't know, wherever. And it's like, wow, huh. It's this changes and there's this action that comes with it. Yeah. So you definitely have transformation, you have death and rebirth coming in here. So there is definitely a significant ending to bring in a new beginning. And I like this for you because it is you that is creating the ending and creating the new beginning with all this energy. So it's not like it's happening and you're like, "Oh no, I have to deal with this." It's like I'm initiating it all and I'm the one that's putting it into action, right? So I like this for you. Let's see what else they have to tell you here. Yeah, you have the Hermit energy. So two major arcana coming up here. And that Hermit energy, you had the Nine of Pentacles too, which is hermity type of energy. It's the number nine, the same as the number nine in the major arcana, the Hermit. And both of it is Virgo energy, which is about taking care of you, taking care of your health, making choices for my own health, my mental health, my emotional health, my energetic health, my physical health, spiritual health, even. And it's like I'm making decisions for me. And I like this aha. I feel like you really just coming to some conclusions on some things that I've been working hard all this time for everyone else, but when is it time for me? When am I going to make decisions for me? And I like this. Yeah, and here's the Two of Wands. So this is normally the Two of Wands shows two staves and the person's holding on to one with the world in their hands. They let go of the old and they're seeing the world, this adventure is ahead of them. And you start to make plans in February to make some significant changes in your life. So I feel like February is a month of just big aha moments where you're really becoming aware of like every area of your life, relationship, job, health, or your body, where you want to live, what you want to do, you know, what you want to wear. It's like this, it's like you're planning it's like a makeover. You're remaking over your life, but you're remaking it over from your heart and not from trying to please everyone else. You're like, you know what? It's like when you're at a big banquet and everyone's telling you what you should order off the menu. And you're like, but I got to eat it, but you don't want to upset people. So you order what they want. And it's not really what you wanted, but it's all right. It's food. I'll eat it as long as everyone else is happy. But then you're like, why not order what you want and eat what you want? If they don't like it, that's their deal, not yours, right? So I love this empowerment energy that's coming in here. All right. So that's what they have for that one, Lydia. So many blessings to you. All right. And then for your third one, thank you so much again for your multiple donations. We'll give that a love and a like. And I want to know what the company you interviewed, what did they think about you and will they offer? Ooh, okay. Let's take a look here. Was that following your heart or was that your head wanting you to go there? Because when we talked about your career in the beginning, I'm kind of feeling, we'll see what comes in here. If they don't offer, then it's for you anyway. because your heart would be like, no, yeah, it would feel like it's imprisoned like this. The Eight of Swords, which is becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make you feel blinded and bound and trapped. These beliefs, there's that mind going, no, you must, this is the job you must have. This is you, Lydia. Your mind has tied you up and telling you, no, no, don't look over there. You just go where I tell you. And you're like, I don't know, mind, you're not as much fun as my heart is. So let's take a look here. What did they think about you? All right, the Four of Wands. They did think you were a joyful, pleasant person here. Four of Wands is stable energy. They thought, yeah, you had a good um, interaction, I feel, with them. They felt, I feel like you were, their perception is that you were upbeat and really, going along there. And balance, the Queen of Swords. It's like they saw you as someone who's balanced between head and heart. And you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is this energy of, some lower vibrational emotion that I feel was there. And I'm not sure what they were picking up on here. If they asked questions about your previous job, if you had anything negative to say about anything, then they'd have been like, hmm. Or if there was a negative tint to anything of previous companies or different things, they might have picked that up, or there might have been some underlying emotional vibes that someone was picking up on here. Because the Five of Cups, is that kind of um, streaming emotions that are happening there. But, it's like, here's that 10 of the two tens, the Judgment card here, which is your higher self is calling you somewhere else. And and we'll see what this other card is. Are they gonna offer it to you? But I feel like it's funny. I mean, funny meaning synchronistic, that it came in here going, yeah, but this isn't the job for you. Um, if you get it, you won't be happy for very long, and you won't be there very long because you're meant for something more. And I like that for you. Let's see here. Are they going to offer you the job? Yeah. Knight of Swords. I feel like this is movement of communication. I feel like they will offer it to you. But and then the candle goes out. But like it says, the candle will go out. um in the job. I just don't feel like it's going to end up feeling like a match for you once you get into it. And the Knight of Swords is the pursuit of seeing things from a higher perspective and higher truths too. So, there will be that, finding something wasn't as it was presented to you, right? It's like, if you accept the job and you get into it, you're going to be like, yeah, this wasn't like you described it. And they're like, oh, well, you'll eventually do that if you do this and this and this, but this is how it all works. And you're like, that's not the impression they gave me in the interview. It was be like, oh, yeah, you'll be able to do that in no time. And you're like, you didn't say it's no time. It's, a year. After a year, you can move into that. But you got to go through the gauntlet first. So I feel like they will offer it, but I still feel like there's something more. And if you look around and follow your heart, I feel like you'll find something where when they call, that you'll turn them down anyway because you found something that's more in alignment with your heart in the meantime. So that's what they have for you, Lydia. Right. Many blessings to you. All right. Hey, everybody. So I'm going to be on for about 15 more minutes. I'm not going to get to any of the other free readings tonight. I'm so sorry. Because I have several donations left. I'm going to end up coming back on to finish out donations because I've been on for almost 2 hours already. And we've got, let's see here. So we've got Miss K and Patty and Miss K again, and Nelia, hey, hey. Aria, hey, Aria, twice, and then Miss K again. And then I also had donations on PayPal. Hey, Maria. So I got 2 from Maria over there too. So I will definitely be coming back on to finish the donations and my YouTube channel members. If you guys do want a message tonight, if you become one of my YouTube channel members, and then post your question, your name will appear with the little green and the badge. And then I will make sure to also complete those when I come back, or making a donation. If you make a donation of any kind, I will also do that. Other than that, my deepest apologies. I do try to get to free readings, but everyone was so generous tonight. Thank you so much. Was this for my birthday? Because my birthday is coming up. You guys, you shouldn't have. But I'm so grateful because it is how I eat. um, so thank you for that. And I will be back tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. So you can try to get in there. But for sure, come back Sunday if you're like, I don't want to keep trying and not doing it. Because sometimes I am able to get to some free readings. And some nights, like sometimes Saturday nights, I can get them all done. And sometimes not. It's hard for me to say. But Sundays are different. I always come back on later in the day and finish out all readings, including all free readings. So please give it a try there if I'm not able to get to your free readings on Fridays and Saturdays. All right. So let me, I'll grab screenshots here in a moment before I head out, because if it disappears, that's not good. All right. So Miss K, I think, let me take a look here. Take a look at timestamps here. Yeah. So Miss K, your first one here, thank you for that donation. Let me give that a love and a like there. And when I do you see any things coming to in February for love? Ooh, all right. Let us take a look here. For Miss K, anything in love for February? All right. All righty. So bottom of the deck, we do have, ooh, look at this. We got 2 pages. You got the Page of Swords was first, and underneath that was the Page of Cups. So Page of Swords is like new communication, new clarity coming in too. But I really felt the communication one coming in first. And the Page of Cups is about a heightened love that's coming in here. So I do feel like there is possibly the meeting of someone, and we'll find out more here in these other cards. That's just the bottom of the deck. But we'll take a look here and see what else comes in here. Yeah, we have the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is about an important thing of letting go of expectations. We all grow up with a lot of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and blah, blah, blah around what a relationship or love is supposed to be. Like, who are they supposed to be? What is the relationship supposed to be like? How are we supposed to meet? How's it supposed to unfold? Who am I supposed to be in the relationship? All these rules, right? That sucks the life out of any relationship because we end up focusing on what's not happening instead of having gratitude about what is, and having gratitude about what is happening helps it grow and expand. When we focus on what's not happening, we realize more of what's not happening. And then, like that other candle just burned out, it sucks the life out of the relationship. And right. And I feel like it's important to let go of expectations too, because if we have too many, we really are limiting our view, and they could be like over here, but I can't see them because of this blind that I have up. And as I expand and let go of expectations, I'm like, "Oh, who's that?" Because I feel like who you meet is someone not your normal type. And you're like, huh, Who would have thunk, you know? So I feel like that's an important part of the process with that coming in here. Yeah, look at this. So you've got a lot of fire energy. Woo woo woo. So you got the 10 of wands and the emperor card here. So Aries energy and Sagittarius energy. So that's why I call this fire energy. So possibly it's going to be a fire sign that you meet because I feel like the 10 of wands is someone that has a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of draw. There's a strong energetic connection between the two of you. The emperor also I see as this energy of someone who's um, kind of commanding, and not in a um, toxic, abusive way. I feel like they are, um, they just come across as a leader, and that's what fire sign energy is. Fire signs are generally beautiful people with energy that draws people to them, and so you're like, wow. And then they're also, and their higher expression are natural leaders too, because they have that go 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 and able to fire people up and go come on. And so I feel like it's someone very upbeat, very bright, very commanding in that way. Just like their presence just does that. And I love that. Very, very bright energy. Let's see what else they have here too. Yeah. So we have the 9 of swords, like the 10 of swords. This is about, nightmares and insomnia. Let the fears go. And when we're focusing more on gratitude and who someone is and joy and laughter and unconditional love and peace, all of that allows us to have our energy match that where it comes in naturally and draws it to us, right? And I do like that. Um this just letting the fears go, go do things in the month of February you normally wouldn't go do. Don't let fears hold you back. Go live your passions. Go do stuff you love to do, and don't let love be your passion and your hobby. Let your passion lead you to go do things you love, and because I feel like it's in doing that that you meet them with all of this energy that's coming in here. Because that's I feel like you wouldn't normally meet them where you're looking now. It's doing things differently, letting go of expectations of the supposed to be and should be and all that, and just go throw it all out the window and go enjoy February. And you're like, wow. Because I do feel with the Two of Pentacles, you do have two opportunities where you bump into them. And so I feel like it's doing two things that you love, and you're like, look, look at who's that? Because of all that energy that's there between the two of you. And you may not even talk to him at one. I feel like you might just see him at one, or maybe small talk, whatever. And then you bump into each other again, and you're like, "Are you stalking me?" And he was like, "I was about to ask you the same question." And you're like, "You like this too?" And you're like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." And you're like, "Da da da." Well, you like that? Da, da, da. And it just and then it organically grows into something with that. So but that's important to do that. Chunk the expectations. That'll allow you to meet in the month of February. So I like that for you, Miss K. All righty. So thank you for that donation there. All right. So yeah, I've got about 5 minutes left. So I'm going to quickly here grab screenshots so that I can make sure when I come back, I will take care of course, all donations, and I'll still dive deep into all of them as per usual. You guys will be up first, and then I'll complete my YouTube channel members after that. And I won't be able to get to any of the other free readings in tonight's um, additional session just because I'm going to be tired. And it's not good to try to do those things, but I do that on Sundays. So if you tried to get your free reading today and weren't able to, You can try tomorrow. I'm back Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then also tomorrow night again at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then on Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And like I said, Sundays are special where I do come back on and complete all free donations. Not free donations, all free readings in addition to donations and YouTube channel memberships. See, I was doing so well trying to do two things at one time, but boom, I burnt and burned up and crashed. All right, and then let me grab Maria. We've got your two donations here too. So I'll grab those and we'll complete those when we come back as well. All right. Got them all. Got them all. Got them all. All right. And then in the meantime too, let's see, where did my little thingy go? Here it is. If you're wanting, like if you were seeking a free reading tonight and I did not get to you, we do have a ton of free content too. If you're interested, if you go to my main page, you'll see I have a lot of timeless pick a card readings, but we also have like the 2025 energy forecast readings, which is by individual zodiac sign, which dives into the different areas of our lives. So that can give you some guidance. I also have solstice card readings by each of the individual elements like fire signs, water signs, etc. If you want to know about this Aquarius season, we had a reading on that. If you want to know about some mental struggles or some thoughts and beliefs, we also have here the quest for the wind horse. So that's a great video. All right, Patty, thank you so much. Well, I shall return. And then we just had the Aquarius new moon a couple of days ago. So there's some energy around that. And there's readings in most of these to help do that too. And don't forget, if you want to have a chance at winning a personal recorded reading from me, it's at least minimum 30 minutes long, depending on how many questions and what Spirit says, they go longer. But that tells you how to get into the drawing, the final drawing on Monday. I've had 4 winners, and we just have one more left for this drawing on February 3rd. So make sure to do that. And if you're interested in becoming the possibilities of winning a Zen Cricket YouTube channel membership, I'll be having a drawing because YouTube gives me 10 more free to give away. So I'll give away 5 in the morning and 5 in the evening, but you have to have your little giveaway switch turned on, and then Spirit and YouTube choose. I just push a button and then they choose. I don't get to choose. So make sure to do that too. And then, of course, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, I do offer those. And I'm having the Crazy Zens super sale. And so if you want to check out the link there, that will, there is a link there, right? Yeah, right there. I was like, it didn't show up as a link. It gives you all the information on what all the types of readings and things that I offer, as well as my hedge of peace and love. So be sure to check all those out. All that stuff is free. And yeah, I think that's enough for now. Got to head off. So yeah, it starts in a minute. So thank you guys again so much for your patience in getting to your readings. And for those of you I didn't get to, again, deepest apologies. I still am challenged with guilt when I am not able to bring messages for everybody. So please know I do mean I have deepest apologies for not being able to get to that for you. But I shall return. And in the meantime, remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you soon.